All right. What's up, y'all? We're gonna get straight into it. If you going through a struggle right now, you in the midst of a struggle or a storm, just know the storm will be over one day. Now, that sounds like a cheesy ass quote, but the fact is that it's really true. But the thing is, when you're in the midst of everything, when there's a lot going on, it's hard to really see that. Cause you in the midst of it. So you feeling the raw emotions. You going through the ups and downs. You getting hit with all type of things that you wasn't expecting. You cold, whatever. I mean, that's just a figure of speech. But the point is, somebody else could be telling you, oh, it's gonna get better. Don't worry about it. You feel like they on the outside looking in, like, hey, you saying that because you ain't dealing with this. You come deal with this and let me tell you how it's gonna be better. But you gotta know that you might not feel it at the moment, but it's just true. And you gotta get through it. The thing is, for you to get through it, you gotta just be able to just sit in silence. Find a quiet place. Delete your motherfucking social media, man. Delete your social media for a couple days. Stop getting on social media. Stop trying to distract yourself, right? And then social media might not be your distraction. You might try to distract yourself with something else. Smoking, drinking, sexual activities. It could be anything of that nature. But the thing is, you gotta step back. You gotta learn how to step back and really just let it just be quiet and silence. And just think about everything that's going on. But not in a negative way, but just like from a third person point of view. Like you not yourself. You get what I'm saying? So like just sit in silence and just look at everything that's going on as if it's not you. That way you don't have no emotional and attachments to what's going on at the moment, right? So when you do that, you're like, okay, this is going on. Oh damn, he's doing this. Or I'm not waking up on time. I'm not following my to-do list. And when I get mad and angry, I keep snapping even though I said I wasn't gonna snap at him. Then I said I was gonna stop drinking. But as soon as I get off work or when I'm stressed in any type of situation, I start drinking again. Then I said I wasn't gonna stop smoking. But then when I'm stressed and going through anything, if somebody say something I don't like, or I'm about to eat, man, then before I eat, I gotta smoke. Man, I know I said I was, but all those things that's holding you back from hitting that next level is the things that you need to be paying attention to, right? And just have that third perspective where you're not emotionally involved. And this is all going on while it's in silence. Okay? Now, the thing is, you have to be 100% real with yourself. Don't be like most of these people where they just lie. Don't lie. You gotta be real. Because it takes a lot for that. I didn't think that at first, but I'm starting to understand that a lot of people will lie to themselves in their situation and like to blame other people. And even if it is technically really somebody else's fault, you gotta blame yourself anyway, right? Now, or if you don't blame yourself, just look at what can I do better anyway in this situation, right? And that's called self-awareness. Let's start there. That's a major plus in any situation because now you're not lying to yourself. You're able to really evaluate your situation without lying. You know what I'm saying? Because when you lie, you tarnishing the help that could come. So when you're sitting in that silent place, because trust me, those answers will start downloading, and then you'll start coming up with different ideas, right? But here's the thing: you can't overwhelm yourself with so much at one time, right? Because I sometimes feel overwhelmed, but I'm not really tripping about feeling overwhelmed. It is what it is. I got a lot going on, and I accept it. So I don't really be tripping, you feel me? But If you feel like you overwhelmed with too much going on, what you want to do is eliminate a lot of things that you want to focus on at the moment. Okay, you start small, because when you start small, then let's say a small example, like I know we've heard it before, but make your bed in the morning. It don't matter. That's a goal, right? Accomplishment in a one way or another. I mean, you might not. Some people might not think of it as an accomplishment, but if you want to if you think of it as an accomplishment, it is. So if you something might be like, oh, not looking at my phone first thing in the morning, whatever it is, it's small, right? Okay, cool. Start it off small, because once you do that, you start to build the momentum. It don't look forward to the momentum building. Just let it happen naturally. You'll understand and see it eventually, right? So once that's going on, then that'll lead you into other things. Okay, cool. All right. Day one. All right, I didn't look at my phone for 5 minutes, Then day two or day three or whatever. Okay, let's boost it up to 10 minutes. Boom. Now it's like, now I'm not looking at my phone. Day four, let me add making the bed up too. So day four, day five, so on and so forth. At the end of the day, you get the drift. You don't want to make it too big of a goal, right? Okay, cool. Now, you could do your mental work. Now, the mental work is just kind of like meditating and giving yourself peace, right? It's not really you don't have to do it for the intentions of trying to make something happen in reality. It's more so of an emotional type of thing, where when you could just have your headphones and you listen to something smooth and chill, and just let peace come to yourself. Because when you're in peace and you're not so much in chaos in your mind, then you can see things clearly. Okay? And when you have a clear mind, then you will go about your day a lot smoother than what you usually would if you had a lot going on in your brain. Because then at that point, you're able to slow down and really pay attention to things. Imagine if you was just to slow down with everything. You were just always mellow type, chill type. You probably wouldn't even lose certain things like your keys. You will probably think about, oh, dang, I could do this. Or I've been thinking about this, right? It's been something that you've been wanting to do, but you had so much on your mind that you never got to it. But if you slow down, you'll have time to think and do it. For example, even when I talk on these videos, if I slow down, I can think more. That way, when I'm thinking more, I can say more because a lot more come to my mind, compared to if I'm just throwing words out there. I keep yapping. It's like I can run out of something to say, compared to if I'm taking my time. Now, you might have a gap between your potential and your actions, right? So who you could be is a mindset that you have, right? But your actions aren't matching the mindset. I've been through it. I currently go through it now. But what I end up doing is I kind of give myself grace. But there's a dilemma where I'll be feeling like, am I giving myself too much grace? Like, I mean, how long is it going to take you to figure it out? But that's also part about being hard on myself. But I am not perfect, and I don't try to be. I would love to be, but it could be a crushing feeling, not being where you feel like you should be. That's why you kind of got to separate yourself from that and just be at peace, and don't be so eager to have the desired reality, but just let it be as it is, and it's okay for what is. But just because you are okay with the reality as is does not mean that there's not going to change. You know what I'm saying? It'll just make you more at ease with your life in your situation. Don't be so emotionally invested, you know? Because it's not going to stop nothing. Like, just because you're not emotionally invested does not mean you don't care, or it's nothing's gonna change. That's just not true. You know what I'm saying? And another thing is, you got to remember, the fact that you still trying, you still fighting for what you believe in, says a lot about your character and who you are. And you can really tell that you really care enough. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're watching this video, that means you really care enough to make a change. At least you doing that, because there's a lot of people who don't give a fuck. They ain't worried about changing nothing. They're just like, man, it is what it is. This is what it is. I'm accepting it. And I mean, hey, if that makes them happy, that's cool. But you know, if you like me, which I'm pretty sure you are, you're not cool with staying the same, because you see better for yourself. You have a bigger vision than what's going on in the now. You know, manifesting is nothing but taking something in your mind and making it obtainable with your hands in reality, something you can touch and see. That's all manifesting is at the end of the day, right? Now, you might not know exactly what to do. No, you don't have to know what to do. But when you sit in silence and you just chill, just sit there and just let your mind free, ideas will come up to your head. And just evaluate those ideas and write them down. Write those ideas down. Because our brains we are very smart people, okay? And we could come up with a lot of different scenarios and situations and different ways to make something happen. It's not just one way of doing things. There's a lot of different ways. And as long as you understand that, and don't limit yourself to say, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that. Just kind of let it be free. Just let it go. Let go of, don't have those walls up. Let those walls down and just let your mind be free. You'll be surprised what you could come up with. All right. Take that time and write that down. And you're going to feel so much better. And then once you write those things down, it's kind of like analyze which one you feel like, oh, damn, this might work. And start to do it. Start to apply that action. But don't be stressing yourself. Stop stressing yourself. Stop stressing yourself. It's okay. We are human beings, man. And sometimes things happen later for you than it will happen for somebody else. That's why that separation for social media in reality, you kind of need to do that, you know, because you could be comparing yourself too much. Dang, they got this going on. And they got this going on. And I'm still here stuck in the same position. Don't do that. Because first of all, you don't even know if their situation is even real. It's a lot of fake things going on where people act like they got this. It's a camera, bro. Like, you don't know. It can make up anything. I can make it go look like I'm rich as hell. Like I just live this great life and all these other things. I got all this money. You wouldn't know. Like, I could easily manipulate y'all and tell you that, but I'd rather just be real and say I'm fucked up. I'm struggling. I'm going through a storm right now. I can't pay bills. I got bills all up to here compared to my money is here. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather just be real and work my way through it so that way y'all can see one day the difference will come. I'll weather the storm and you be like, dang, hey man, you know, you grow. You've done better, you know? I'd rather y'all see that than me just be sitting out here acting polished and like everything is just fine and dandy when it's not. But yeah, so I would just say focus on what's most important, you know, and then, you know, once you see the things that you could do better, you know, remind yourself of how far you come, you know, remind yourself of today I'm in a position that I wanted to be in a year ago. I was hoping and praying that I'd be in a year ago. And then if you're not in a position, if you were in a worse position than what you thought you would be, you got to look at it like, all right, well, okay, I'm not where I wanted to be, but this is an opportunity for me to prove myself that I really want this, that I can do better, and I can be in a much better. I can be low and take myself out of the situation and blossom like a rose out of the concrete, you know. And at that point, guess what you can do? You can set. You are more of an example for for the average person, because a lot of people come from nothing. So you could have a better one-on-one understanding, a mutual understanding, and show somebody else and let them and help them grow. So I know it's hard. I know it's tough. I know you're not comfortable. But just know, man, it will be better. It can get better. And you're going to do better because you want it. The fact that I'm telling you, the fact that you're watching this video says a lot, because you doing your due diligence. But whether you was looking for some relief or just some more information, you're not giving up. And that says a lot about who you are and your character. And, think about your loved ones, because a lot of us think that a lot of people don't care, but trust me, somebody cares. And if nobody cares, still be an example for people because there's a lot of people who feel like nobody cares. So be an example for the people that's like you. We are never just one person who's been through an experience that nobody's been through. You might be a rare experience, but that's you still, by you being through a rare experience, you're still an example for people to make their lives better. So it's never as bad as it seems, man. Trust me, it's not. Weather that storm.